Hello, this is Mallory Carr. We're going to go over how to do Kahoot on the Braillenote Touch Plus. So first I will talk about the teacher end on what we can have the teachers do to make it a little bit easier. And that's mostly choosing good Kahoots, so ones that are text-based and not image-based, and changing the time allotted. And then we'll go over a little demo where you can see how we do it and a little hiccup that we had, which is probably going to happen in real life. So I think most teachers go into this Discover tab to find already created Kahoots, which is great, but you can't edit them, so you need to kind of add them to your own Kahoots. So if I go into Exponents, which is what my 7th grader is going to be doing, these are all created by other people. So I'm going to go down to this one that I starred. And in order to edit them, to change the time, you can click this 3-dot menu and then duplicate. And so that you're going to have a list of duplicate Kahoots that you've had over time. So I've done this one twice already. So these are ones that I've just done with students, and they're all duplicates. It's kind of like making a copy on Google Drive. So you're not editing the original. So now that you have the duplicate, you can go in and edit. So do the 3-dot menu again, and then click Edit. And then for each question, it will have the time limit, and then you just go and click it and choose the highest one to at least to start with. When I first teach my students Kahoot, we always start with the highest maximum amount, and that's because I don't want them to feel pressured to hurry up and answer the question and also hurry up and do the assistive tech part. I've found once we do this a lot more, the student gets very quick with it, and they don't need the whole 4 minutes or whatever, and they are oftentimes faster than some of their peers. So then this won't be super necessary, but definitely to start with, and definitely depends on what type of Kahoot it is. So yeah, you can just go in and edit all these. I'm not going to do every single one. And so yeah, so that's pretty much how you edit a Kahoot. You have to duplicate it and get it into My Kahoots. So now you have a list of all of your Kahoots. On the teacher's end, I always ask them to do that, to choose good Kahoots. And then so an example of a bad Kahoot is this fruit one, and it's all based on pictures. So the question is, what is the name of this fruit? And the answers are pineapple, apple, raspberry, date. So the only way a student would know that is if you say, okay, it's a picture of an apple, and then they can find the word apple. Okay, it's a picture of a watermelon, find the word watermelon. So it's pretty meaningless for this type of thing. So always try to find Kahoots that have text in the question and answers. That way it can be read aloud. And then third thing, so number 1, add more time. Number 2, text-based Kahoots. And then number 3 is to have the teacher, ideally the teacher, the classroom teacher, read the question aloud and then read the answers aloud in order, the same order every time. So for this exponent 1, if I were the teacher, I would say, what is number 1, which number is the base? 2, 3, 6, 8. Because when the student has their device, it's going to be in the same order. It's going to be triangle, diamond, circle, square, left, right, bottom left, bottom right. So that way they can really quickly know what order. It's kind of like A, B, C, and D. So if they do that every time, I know sometimes Kahoots are a little harder because the answer options might be a little longer, but that's just the name of the game. So math has always been pretty easy because it's usually numbers. This one, I mean, these are kind of harder. And then in the demo, you'll see sometimes my student will know the answer immediately without me having to read the options, which is also ideal because then you can just say, okay, it's circle. And then they can really easily find a circle because on their end, it'll say triangle button, diamond button, circle button, square button. And yeah, so again, 3 things teachers can do. They can choose good Kahoots, so text-based Kahoots. Number 2, add time. Number 3, read everything aloud. So sometimes that's not super feasible, which I understand. And so either I will go, if I know ahead of time, go into the class and do a Kahoot with the student. I will have a peer be in charge of reading stuff, or their one-on-one aide will. That's pretty much how we have worked around Kahoot, which is totally not the most accessible thing, but it's worked to an extent. So next, I will have my student do this Kahoot. Okay, student, I have Kahoot open and I have the game pin. On your end, can you tell us what you do to get to Kahoot?
I go into the search bar and I type Kahoot.it.
Good, Kahoot.it in computer braille, right?
Right.
Good, okay, and then, so how do you get down to, so if a teacher gives you your game pin, so right now it's 6 numbers, how do you go in to edit it?
I use the next key until I scroll to the enter pin text box.
Great, so go ahead and do that. So using the next thumb key, enter pin text box, and then it says computer braille. And remember, computer braille is just Nemeth numbers without the number sign for numbers. So ready, it's 303 279. And then he thumbs to the enter button, and then you need to type your nickname and just type student. And then the OK Go button. And he's using his next thumb keys just to go through those. Okay, so on the teacher's end, the one student shows up. So I'm gonna hit start. And so student, this is an exponents quiz. I'll read you the question, and then you can either tell me the answer right away, or I'll read you the options, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna hit start. So on his end, he will only have the 4 shapes. So number 1, which number is the base? 2 to the 3rd power. 2. And so 2 is triangle. So right now his focus is on the web page. So do 4, 5, 6 space. We'll take him to the bottom of the page, which is the square button, and then he can thumb key to the triangle. Good. And if he's up here, good job. If he's on the pin, he can still thumb key next to go through each element, but we have found that it's faster if you go all the way to the bottom and then just previous thumb key to the whatever answer you want. Great job. Ready for the next one?
Yeah.
You have 955 points. Which number is the exponent for 4 to the 3rd power?
3.
And that's diamond. So you might, okay, so you're in the browser right now. You might need to do next thumb key to get into the web content. You're stuck in the browser part. Can you do next thumb key until you get to pin? There you go. Now try 4, 5, 6. There you go. So you said it was 3, which is diamond. Great. So that's what we've found. We keep getting caught up into this browser bar. So he can just next thumb key into the main region part. I'm sure there's a nice command for it, but this is just the way we're doing it. Okay, ready for the next one?
Yeah.
What is 8 times 8 times 8 times 8 times 8 in exponential form? So there's 5 of them.
8 to the 5th.
And that is circle. So you're in the browser. So see how his focus is going right here. There you go. So now he's next thumbing through all of these. And you're looking for circle. So see how his focus is on the circle. Good job. Great. Let's do one more. Evaluate 5 to the 3rd power. So student, go ahead and pause. So if the student doesn't know the answer, what I would do is I would read it left to right, top to bottom. So I would go triangle, diamond, circle, square. So I would say 100, 15, 125, or 150.
125.
So could you tell which one that is?
Circle.
Good. So go ahead and find circle. Oops, I think you actually were on the wrong focus. That's okay. Do you want to try one more?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do it that same way where I read them off. What is 3 to the 4th power in expanded form.
3 to the 4th power.
Yeah.
3 times 3 times 3 times 3.
Good, and that is circle. So you're in the browser bar, hit next thumb key. There you go. So he's still doing that within the 20 seconds. I mean, he doesn't need, oh wait, you went to diamond again. Silly old Billy. Okay, let me try one more and see if we can do the reading off part again. Okay, so just use your best guess on evaluate 6 to the 5th power. Is it, oh, you went and you did diamond again. I wonder why it's having you do diamond. Let's try again. I want to see what's going on, okay?
Okay.
So what is 7 to the 7 times 7 times 7 in exponential form? So 7 to the what power?
3rd.
Okay, so that's diamond. So that's one you want. So you're in the main region. I didn't see you click that. Let's do one more because something's going on where you're clicking something and it's automatically going to diamond. So what is 9 to the 3rd power in expanded form?
9 times 9 times 9.
Good, and that's circle. Good. And then go to the bottom of the page. Oh, time's up. See, that's what's wrong. Or not, that was what's wrong with that one. So that's why it's important to fix the time for each of them. Okay, so student, what do you prefer? Do you prefer me telling you or the options and you telling me which one? Or do you like solving them in your head first and then me telling you what shape it is?
I like both.
You like both? Yeah, sometimes it helps for depending on the question. So that was it got a little messed up because it kept going into the browser. But I think if you next thumb key into it before the question starts, that might be a good fix, right?
Right.
Okay, student, thank you so much for your help.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, I'm going to, oops.